Hi everyone.
Hi, everybody.
Hope you're all doing great. We're going to give you an update now on what is happening. What is happening with you?
I don't know. I just see numbers in front of me.
There's people dreaming of signatures.
They are. I think it's very weird. Jarita says, "Hi, everyone. So happy about the 10,000 signatures." Well, we're over 10,000, as Jarita knows. We are.
Over 10,100.
We need 3,742.
42.
So you can reverse engineer how many we actually have.
Yeah.
That's how much we have. It's been interesting. It's been great. We got a lot of signatures today compared to yesterday. But the only thing is we need the trend to continue the way it has been. Otherwise we won't make it. We're so close to not making it. Every day.
And so close to making it.
And so close to make it. Every day we just need to make sure we meet
like,
the expectations.
Yeah, but it's like nail biting stuff. It was like the Rugby World Cup, where the team wins by like 1 point, I don't know how many times. I mean, the country was having cardiac
There's
arrest.
more at stake than the Rugby World
Yeah,
Cup.
of course. This is far more important. And now you might lose many subscribers for saying that.
Definitely.
Okay, tell the people what's at stake.
I think that getting a seat in Parliament, not even getting a seat. Contesting the election. So the media is waiting. They are salivating for the 9th of March when they know who's going to be on the ballot paper.
Yes.
They're salivating for that moment. They don't want to waste their time interviewing any party that's not on the ballot paper. So they are waiting for the 9th of March when they know for sure X amount of parties are going to be on the ballot paper, and then they're going to go crazy interviewing those parties. So if is not there, that will set us back a lot in terms of trying to get mainstream publicity.
You're going to have to wait till 2026, local government elections.
Yes, or like I said to you, I'll have to do something illegal.
Lauren's going to have to do something illegal. Suggestions in the comments, please. Anything.
I'm open to suggestion.
To make the mainstream media. Because the main reason for contesting in 2024 was not to capture the country, it was publicity.
So yeah, and to start the lobbying process. So we were hoping that when we have seats, we can start lobbying representatives from other political parties to adopt our system change.
Jarita, it's the things horror movies are made of. I said to Lauren this morning, you know those movies where it goes chee 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 in the beginning with the violent strings? It's exactly like every day. Yeah. It starts with that stupid music and like horror.
That like my WhatsApp tone or something.
Yes. Lauren's busy with an awesome meme. So when you see it, that's close to doing something illegal. No, it might put you in the media.
No, I don't think
so. If it really goes viral.
I don't think so.
But it's a brilliant meme that Lauren came up with. Hopefully you'll see it soon. Yeah.
Maybe tonight.
And then share it everywhere.
Kathy says...
It has something to do with...
Actually, I have a whole range just waiting to be memed.
Yeah, Lauren, you haven't seen Lauren Unleashed yet.
Marlene feels like a Pac-Man trumping numbers. So we have about a team of, I think, 10 people that when we get signatures and ID numbers, they capture it on the IEC system. And it's a daily process. These people are eating, breathing, living signatures and ID numbers. They're even dreaming about it. It's become part of their daily life to such a weird extent. And yeah, it's the same here. I mean, I'm eating like a student again.
Yes, unbalanced. It's like I'm on my way from site at Coburg, and I said to Lauren, is anyone going to eat anything today?
Each man for himself.
Yeah, so I stop at a deli and get random bits of food that's left at the end of the day for the family to eat. It's that rough. You've been busy nonstop, haven't you? Mm-hmm. And so have many other people. So the team effort is massive. So I was given an impossible task. But it's an impossible task.
We can't let the government win this.
But it's not impossible. It's only impossible until it's not.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
So here's my biggest fear. We're like 100 shorts by 5 o'clock on Friday. I will cry for days, I think. That will be terrible. Imagine me 50 short or 100 short. How horrible that will be.
But can you believe that this has become the discussion for so many new parties? And a lot of people make the mistake to say small parties. No.
Unfunded.
New parties. Yeah. Unfunded new parties that have actually done what it takes to actually bring something to the table, something new.
Hardy's got the quote of the evening: "An idea a minute keeps the Davos away."
I like that. Yes, you can take the Davos further into devils, into all sorts of things. Anyway,
Yeah.
thanks for that. But we need everyone's effort right now. We are actually making it.
It's an emergency.
It is. It is.
We're so
crazy.
close to not making it. 3-5 for the next.
And so close to making it.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday we need to finish up because we also
by
have to
5 o'clock.
do candidates and payments. So that is.
No, you must have the candidates sorted long before.
It's 4 full days. What is this for?
So how much more money do you need for the payment?
Oh, actually, some more donations came in. We actually need about 3,000 rand more. However,
you still need to get paid.
We still need to get paid.
Yeah.
So on Friday, when I pay the money over, we're going to have 0 rands left. Another party.
Yeah, because it went up. Just remember, it went up from 250 to 300,000.
Another party I spoke to, also unrepresented, says they run on fumes. They got no money. They're in the same boat.
No, listen. I think one thing that this has done is brought new parties with new ideas together, hasn't it?
To a degree. Stella's asking, what is this for? Hi, Stella. So I started the Organic Humanity Movement in 2017, registered in 2018 with the IEC, and we're contesting elections. And in 2023, a new regulation was brought forth that an unrepresented party cannot contest the elections without first obtaining a whole bunch of signatures. So for the past
when they already had to register.
Yeah. Anyway, for the past few weeks, this has been what we've been living for, is obtaining those signatures just so that OM can appear on the ballot in the 2024 election, so that we can get the ball rolling with system change on a legislative process.
But let's just make clear, there was a Concord case where the judgment was given, and that was about doing away with the signature requirement. The judgment was given the middle of December, just before the holidays, which was absolutely insane. It's almost like it was planned. And then the judgment was just made for independent candidates to drop it to 1,000 signatures. They did not make a pronouncement for parties that are already registered that aren't represented. And this was unbelievable. It was actually, everyone was in a state of shock. And then there was another application before the court to urgently hear for parties to also have their signatures reduced to 1,000, or whatever the court decides, that this arbitrary 15% or 13,890, that it's against the Constitution to allow anyone to be able to vote for the party that represents them, because our Constitution says that you have that right. But they said that they won't hear it on an urgent basis.
Let's be honest as to why. It's because I believe the ruling party is terrified of the MK party, because I think they've garnered a lot of support. They've done really well in by-elections, and I think they poses a literal threat to the ruling party, and it's terrifying. So they have to put the stops in place, and who knows, maybe they're scared of OM too, but they have to put the stops in place to prevent that from happening.
So we can give you the links so that you can sign. You can sign digitally, or you can sign using a PDF. We can give you the links, and then you can use those. So here is the link for Google Drive, where you can just download the form.
Physical form is
Physical
best.
form, yeah, which is best.
Digital is like last resort, but
there is a digital option for those that don't have printers or anything like that. So you can use the digital signature, is quick and easy. But with a form, you can get your husband, your wife, your uncle, aunt, whoever else's signature. So what you're basically doing is you are allowing for OM to be on the ballot. That's all you're doing. You can vote for whoever you want. To me, in principle, I will sign for any party that asks me, a new party, so that they can be there. I believe the playing field should have been leveled. They should have made all the parties gather 13,819 signatures. Why did they exclude the parties in Parliament from that? because some of those have lost a lot of support. They're hanging on by a thread with 1 or 2 seats. They might not even get those amounts of signatures. So those are small parties already in parliament that have lost support.
The real small
That
parties.
to me is small.
We should start
A new
own,
party is not a small party.
We should start our own electoral dictionary.
But let's just explain how government has given all the parties in parliament 200 million rand just now. In last year, they were given 300 million rand extra to contest these elections. And this is obviously the ANC that gets a lion's share because they distributed it equitably. And I mean, you can explain what that means. It is a corrupt system, and this is why Owen wants to change the system. And you can give us the basic crux of what that means.
But you just asked me 3 things. Equity. I've said it before, but for those that don't know, I was in a ICASA meeting once before the previous elections, and we were explained about equity. Parties that have the most seats get the best airtime. Literally, they'll get the busiest time slot. And that's like the opposite of equity. Equity is those that are disadvantaged. In other words, unrepresented parties should get the biggest boost. But it doesn't work that way.
Welcome, Manda Joseph Patella, as a meetings and workshop member. Enjoy the workshop and the meetings.
Yes. Hope the workshops are transformative for you. And please do give us your feedback on that. Then, what are we trying to do is just basically change the system. System change. How do we want to change the system?
What system? The political system.
Political and government structure. So we're changing the government structure, and we're putting more empowerment into the hands of local government, actually more responsibility. Voters will be able to hold local government responsible for most service delivery, while national government really has 3 main areas of governance. And overarching all of that is the protection of the national borders and sovereignty of the country.
Something we don't have right now.
No, we don't.
So we need to remain a sovereign country, an independent country, and a country that's self-reliant.
So in Cape Town, they have spy planes, not even drones anymore. They have their drones, but now they have spy planes. And
the wind was blowing the drones
Someone
away.
pointed out that the license number was still American. And then the Cape Town government replied and said, yeah, but it's already registered. We just haven't swapped the plates out yet. But I find it very fascinating. We have the spy plane that goes zooming around our neighborhoods the whole weekend. We should all file noise complaints when that happens.
It's so loud.
And you should hear the absolute arrogance spewing out of the mouths of those who are the masterminds and orchestrators of this technology. So, I'm very frustrated that most people celebrate these blows to our freedom. They think it's wonderful. Oh, we're going to live in safer communities now. It's really ridiculous.
The problem is people think it's a fight crime. Every police station captain has a thick book with the addresses of every crook in town. They know exactly who the people are. You need to ask yourself why they are not allowed to do anything about the gang chiefs. That is what you need to understand. You need to ask yourself why, when the Premier and the Mayor of Cape Town, thanks so much, Marlene, when they are elected to office, they are visited by people, basically in balaclavas, telling them how they are going to run the city. Why our system is a complete farce, and we need to change that. And the only way to do it is within the system. And you came up with the idea in 2017 that we need to elect our leaders directly. Just explain that, because I don't think a lot of people understand.
So politically, the changes we want to make is we want all voters to be able to vote for their president. And then
so you'll vote for a president. A lot of people don't know that you don't vote for the president.
This is the problem. So as I've gone through this journey, I've learned that most people don't understand the current political system. So how on earth do they appreciate a new political system? So it's important to educate yourself on how politics works. And the one thing that's important to know is that we don't vote for our president. We don't vote for any of the public representatives directly. It's very frustrating. So we want to move into a system where there's no more political parties. So we have party to end all parties, and we'll have a big party when we do end all parties. And when we get that right, even OM itself will dissolve as a political party. Parties won't be recognized by government anymore, won't get funded by government anymore, and only independents will run for public office. Only independents. It's not going to be a mixed system like we have now. It's going to be only independents, which I think is wonderful because it's easier to hold them accountable. You'll have an opportunity to outvote useless representatives at any level of government. Everything is explained in our manifesto, which you can find on the website, om.org.za, which Des just put in the chat. Please go have a look. We lay it out beautifully. I personally am excited
And you can sign up as a member there.
to live in this country with this government structure. I think it's going to be much more democratic. It's going to give a lot more freedom to people to prosper. And it's going to remove the obstacles that are in the way of our success. So like I've already said, it's impossible to end all suffering on earth, but you can definitely take the government and corporation obstacle away. Those two entities should not be obstacles to our progress. We should be our only obstacles to our progress. And that's what we're trying to achieve. And I'm excited, as I said, we want to change, obviously, with all the changes. What will happen once OM achieves this? We set out the new government structure and the Electoral Act. What happens? The parties dissolve. And now all of a sudden you can have people running for president.
Oh, thanks so much.
People running to be your MP, Member of Parliament, for your region. Will be regionally based. And then people running to be mayor and councillor. There's no more provincial government because it's a complete waste of taxpayers' money. I can guarantee it.
There's many parties that want to do
There's a few, yeah. I won't say many, but there's a few.
No, there's a lot. I'm quite surprised that there's that many.
Because those that have experienced politics know what a waste of money it is.
Yes. We are seeing the problem with the party political system right now. What's being experienced right now is it. So
thank you. What? I can't read. My glasses are not here.
Yeah, I said Rulkor. I'm not sure what your real name is.
Oh, Jacob says today. Thanks, Marlene. Lauren, Stella, how do you sign up? Well, we're wanting signatures to. It's like a petition. It's not signing up. If you want to sign up to become a member, then you can go to our website, which I think was shared.
I did put it.
Yeah. And then just click on, just scroll down to where it says sign up as a member. Des is pasting the link to the form. You have to print the form, put in your name, surname, signature, ID number, and then WhatsApp it back to us. Can you put the WhatsApp number?
I'll put the WhatsApp number in now, as well as the email.
Hi, Gillian. Gillian from Plet, another beautiful town that I love so much. So the ultimate thing here is we need to get 3,700 and something. Yeah, we need to get 3,700 and something signatures in 3 days, not including tonight. Like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we'll have a little bit of Friday as well. The 3.5 days. And we really need your help.
Well, it's till 5 o'clock on Friday. It's quite a bit of time.
So,
but we should be finished by Thursday evening. I mean, that should be the goal.
Please go and print a form and ask a couple of people. We've been getting lots of like little amounts trickling in. 5 signatures here, 3
It's better than one digital signature.
And it's amazing. We really need everyone's cooperation and participation or we will not make it. Every moment, I am facing the reality that we might be short 1,000 or 500 or 100 or 50. And even if we're short 1, we won't be able to pay the deposit and be on the ballot.
By 5 o'clock on Friday.
And keep in mind that as we get closer to the dates, the system gets overloaded because everyone's doing things at the last minute.
You said it's slowing down. Yeah.
So it slows down and we need to be able to press submit successfully and pay successfully and get everything done successfully by 5 p.m.
South African Prepper Homesteading says, question, how will your party's leaders be chosen? I got 100 and something signatures.
Thanks, South African Prepper Homesteading. What do you mean party leaders? I'm the leader.
Yeah, there's no there's no voting.
Internal politics at all.
Yes, so there's no fighting for position within all volunteers.
We don't run OM like the country. OM is not a country, so it's not a democracy. The country is supposed to be a democracy, but not.
But the country isn't a democracy right now.
No, it's not.
The only democratic thing we do is vote, right?
Technically, kind of.
Yeah, kind of.
Even our choices are limited, and they can be more limited.
So now even that is a problem.
Yeah. So Prepper Homesteading, have you sent in your signatures? We'd love to count them. We would really love to count them. I know a few people have said to me they got quite a lot they're sending tomorrow, but then we still have to verify that the ID number is correct. So we actually have almost 1,000. No, sorry. We almost have 12,000 signatures, but that many people were not registered to vote or gave an incorrect ID number. So that's
So
quite
they weren't validated.
sad.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we would have been much further ahead. Anyway, here we are with 3,700 to go, and we really need you to go to the end of the earth to print the form and get signatures.
So people just need to understand that this whole idea of changing the system in the country, getting rid of the parties and electing the president directly so we can hold that person accountable, electing your MP directly in their constituency. And, the Zondo Commission said that is what is necessary. So he came up with the same idea that Lauren came up in 2017. Maybe he stole it from you because it
That's
just
not
makes
rocket
sense.
science,
It
hey?
isn't rocket science.
No.
To stop state capture, to stop corruption, because now you can go to the person in that region and toy outside their house if you want to. They are literally within your grasp. At the moment in Parliament, all the MPs can come from one town. That's how our system works. That's going to change this time, because now they can come, one half can come from one town and the other half has to come from the 9 provinces. So that has changed now that you can have independent candidates as well. And they made it impossible for an independent candidate or independent candidates to become the majority, to be elected as president, or any of those things. So in this new system they created, they literally messed up this everything far worse than it was before. It would have been better if it was left alone and the own way was implemented.
Okay, so the whole premise with the whole Concord ruling is that this organization came to the Concord and they were like, the Electoral Act is not constitutional because individuals can't run for public office. But an individual just has to start a party. It's that simple. You get 500 signatures, 500 Rand, and there you go. It's not rocket science. It's super easy.
Yeah, thanks, Ben. Yeah, it's horrible that people feel that they have to leave the country. I've told many people to return to South Africa because I believe quite a few things is going to happen in the next 2 years in the build up to 2026. In 2025, that's already there. Yeah.
Oh, yes, the digital form coming up. It's a contentious issue. We believe they have no legal foot to stand on in rejecting these signatures.
So this isn't a digital signature. It's an online signature.
It's an online signature.
Because you actually still sign. It's a legal way of signing. So it's captured with the IEC. It's captured with the numbers. And, well, they need to decide. What other people have done is they didn't get people to sign, online. And I think that's a problem. I wouldn't accept that because anyone could just type other people's details in, from a list somewhere. So I understand that.
But however, on those forms, you do get an IP address, if I'm not mistaken, that goes with your submission. So no, that's not true. They should accept it all around.
Is it, you reckon?
Yeah. So who's Cindy Azon. Do they accept digital signatures? I sent you the form. And then Lana, just joined, will print, sign, etc.
Okay, so WhatsApp it to the OCC.
You can WhatsApp. So take a nice clear picture of the whole page and WhatsApp it to us.
Or email it to info.
WhatsApp's easier.
Yeah.
But you can email it to. Who's going to use a scanner? Very few people. Yes.
Yeah, just phone, take picture and send. And that thing gets loaded to the IEC website. So they get all the forms that have been signed. And even the online ones, they get those. They can actually see the signatures and everything.
By the end of tonight, we'll need 3,600 and something because I know some of the digital still have to be processed as well as some others that came in late.
Not need, we will be at.
We'll be at 3,600.
Required. Okay, got it. Yeah.
So we really, that's like 100 people getting 36 signatures over the next 2 days. It's really doable. You can get it from shop assistants, you can get it from neighbors, your neighborhood, knocking on doors.
Just your family. If you just include your family, it'll make a difference. A lot of people are just sending 2, 3, 4, 5 signatures.
And then going to a public space that's kind of busy and just asking people in the streets.
There's many people that have said go to home affairs. There's long queues of people.
Wherever there's a long queue.
And you can get lots of signatures like that. And most of those people are registered.
We need people to do things that are out of the ordinary.
Yeah.
To do things that are uncomfortable, to do things that are difficult or not part of your normal daily routine in order for us to achieve this goal, we're not going to achieve it by other people waiting for other people to do it.
But people, this is super important. OM is the only party out there that will end the party system. So OM will cease to be a party. And what will OM continue to do?
Train Omega training.
Train the public
Train
to be
citizens.
proper
To kick butt.
citizens in a proper democracy. And they need to be able to kick butt. In other words, the government, the police, the military should never be able to overpower the citizens. The citizens need to be stronger than the government, large corporations, the military, and the police. This is super important. So the first government and military power should be the citizens of a country. At the moment, it is the opposite. The citizens depend on, need grants from, need water and electricity from the government. And this is a huge problem, this dependency. And this was planned years ago, not just in South Africa, around the world. I'm not going to go into the details of that. If you want that history, you can go to the Moments in Time and Question Everything playlist on this channel. Go and watch the videos there, and you will understand what this channel is about. We are trying to literally create change in the country. Not just change, as the politicians would say, we are doing things on the ground. Actively.
I think what we're doing is building a nation, is where I see it, because we don't have a nation. We're not a sovereign nation. We never have been. We've always just been used and abused by
we
global...
basically have open borders too.
Pretty much.
And open land to dig into and take our minerals out. Left, right, and center.
Yeah, it's a very interesting situation. So we don't have an identity. We haven't got something to unite behind. We've been kept divided for the longest time with politics, a little bit of religion, but mainly politics. And I think we can build a future for this country that is truly beautiful. And we can become a leader in the whole world for what freedom and democracy should look like.
Things are going to get bad in the rest of the world. Very bad. And South Africa will be a safe haven for many. So for those of you that are leaving the country, always keep one foot here, ready to come back when things go wrong elsewhere. And things will go bad and worse here first. It's not going to be easy. 2025 is going to be difficult. And the OM plan needs to be implemented by people. There's no leader that's going to save you. OM makes no promises whatsoever. It all depends on the people implementing the plan.
So this is going to be a focus as we lead into 2026 elections.
The local government
we
elections.
Want a lot of area activators, lots and lots, and councillor candidates. And area activators will basically be like me. They'll have my responsibility on a smaller scale all over the country.
SASAQs tomorrow, says Molly.
I saw. I need to find SASAQs. Where do SASAQ people hang out? Post office. Game. I'll find them. Yes, Andres, is that new information you're writing there, or is that still what we communicated a while back?
Thanks, Jillian, for submitting your form. Thanks so much.
Sharp, right? Correct.
Outside. Yes.
So yes, members, supporters,
lots
everyone.
of good ideas. Any ideas for the act that will get Lauren into the newspapers or into the mainstream media?
The not so criminal
What should
act.
Lauren do? Yeah, or not so immoral act.
I remember listening to the radio randomly while driving, and some small-time party made it onto the news because they said something illegal. Now, I can't remember what it was, but it just dawned on me that the only way you get media attention if you're not yellow, blue, or red is by saying something crazy or doing something
You know
illegal.
what? To me, the best thing to do is just a mass of people being somewhere in OM shirts.
You know, when humans stand on wants us to make a picture of the middle finger.
To the plane.
This
Yes.
guy.
We can start a thing where people paint ZAP signs on top of their roofs.
No,
That's what I thought the other day. What do you say now, Andres?
There.
Yeah, down in Cape Town, they'll die.
I don't want to get cancelled. It's not quite.
Yeah,
clear
don't
where
want to
I'm
get
going.
cancelled. Yeah. So the Vierkleur is the flag of the old Zuid-Afrikaanse Republiek. It has nothing to do with anything but that. And a lot of people don't know the history of the country. But yeah, that will definitely get quite a response. But yeah, I think middle finger is safe. Né?
That wasn't for publicity. That was just because I'm annoyed at the plane.
It is really annoying. The
problem.
noise is hectic. I know in the video I made, it flew over a house. I don't know how many times. So it wasn't doing a search pattern or anything. We saw 3 planes fly the one day, very low, in just above the houses. And I said to Lauren, there's something going
This
on
was
here.
close to a nature reserve.
Yes.
So we were
I
very
said
suspicious.
to Lauren, there's something very weird going on here. 3 small planes. And then later, when this broke, then we realized they've been testing them for some time. So the one has got a camera under the one wing. The one I took the photo of has got a camera in the body, as well as some more instrumentation at the front. And the other one, I mean, I don't know. I haven't seen that one yet. But my boys, they can hear that engine sound already. They know which one it is. And they run outside and they snap the picture. So that's where I got it from. But being monitored, tracked, and traced like that, on the N1 in Cape Town, they have these cameras that can see your face inside the car, see who's inside the car. I don't want that.
You know,
where I drive, I'm
government is
sorry.
an entity created by the people. So why should governments have the technology to look into our lives? We should be looking into the government.
Exactly.
The government should not be looking into us.
We should have cameras in their offices. We should have cameras in the... You should remember that for the future.
What? Cameras in
In
their
the new
offices?
government.
Yes.
Yes, cameras in the cabinet meetings, cameras everywhere.
They
That's
should
how
live
it should be.
stream tender offices.
Yeah, tenders. The public should watch it. This is a brilliant idea. Wow. You could campaign on
Gives
that.
a whole new meaning to government spyware.
Okay, so tell us if you're in support of that. Certainly something that could work. Okay, people will take a good idea and run with it, which is what we are seeing. Absolutely.
Agree, Anna Marie.
That is true.
I just hope we make the deadline. I'm just so stressed about it. I'm permanently stressed about it. It's
Shame.
insane.
It's been, Lauren. How have you been coping? You know, if we went so far behind that it wasn't possible anymore, because remember, this was an impossible target that was set. It was crazy.
Every
It's
damn
insane.
surprise that we are keeping up.
It's unbelievable what the team is doing. I'm thinking, where are these signatures coming from? There must be something wrong with the math. Because I can tell you that it's not coming from digital. These are paper signatures coming in mostly.
I love that quote, Jillian. I agree with you. I do really hope that we make it on Friday. We really hope so. And if we don't, we'll obviously make the best of the opportunity. At least,
but then we fight on.
If we don't, we have 300,000 rand to spend elsewhere.
Oh, by-elections.
By-elections.
So there's by-elections coming up too already.
JD tried opening Twitter Spaces. I actually have neglected Twitter up until very recently, so I'll definitely be focusing a lot on Twitter.
Yeah, absolutely, Andries. It is achievable. What everyone's put in, it's clear that the people want this. Otherwise, the people wouldn't put in this much effort. So at this stage, we are there.
107 people watching this. We need like 100 people to get 36 signatures over 2 days.
Yeah, let's just share the forms again. If you can get the print the PDF and get other people to also sign, that makes a big difference, because then it's not just you, it's more people. Or share the link of the digital signatures. I believe the IEC will have to accept the online signatures, because it's not a normal digital signature, because there you need authentication and things like that. Okay. With this one, you actually sign.
This platform,
and there's authentication.
This platform advertises itself as being a legally binding signature platform thing. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. I'm sure they'll be fine with it. But still, physical signatures are top. Is this the right number?
WhatsApp.
Oh yeah, really.
Yeah, it is the right number. Are you confused with your number?
I saw like 3 5s over there.
Sorry for the S there, people. And then info. Oh, I'm seeing double. .org.za. I just think I'm one of the biggest OWN supporters in the country. I'm not an OWN member because I'm Lauren's husband. So I'm banished from being an OWN member, but I will support And all the Omies as much as I can, wherever I can, in any way that I can. So, people, we need your help. This is your plan being implemented. Is the people. We are the resistance against evil global powers that want to take our freedom away. They have taken our freedom away before. They want to tell us what to put into our bodies. They want to tell us how we can move around. They want to tell us what we can wear. It's crazy.
And what to do with our kids.
Especially. I mean, that was the first big campaign you ran, and you beat government.
We need to beat them again.
We need to beat them again at this.
You know, they're so hoping they don't allow a lot of new parties in. And I'm at least being able to contest, even if we don't get a seat, just being able to contest.
Yeah.
And take some votes. It's just going to be such a blow to their egos.
Well, besides that,
Come on, Ray.
any vote, no one wants the African National Congress to remain in power. They are incompetent. They've always been incompetent. But so are the others. Most of those that are there are incompetent.
None of them have new ideas.
Oh, I mean, we spent many years in the official opposition.
Yeah, we did.
They cannot run the country. I can tell you that now. They don't have capable people. So that is why they've remained the official opposition. They've done this deliberately. So,
okay, why don't they have capable people, and why don't parties have capable people?
Yeah, explain to them.
Because how internal politics works chases decent, good, upstanding people away.
Yeah.
So unless you're loyal, like a gang member, pleasing a gang boss, you won't get anywhere.
Kissing their feet, etc.
Terrible.
Yes.
That's why we had to leave.
Yeah, and then Pat and Helen Zille having fights at night to change the list and the order of people going to council. It's just disgusting.
It's too much drama. So if you hate drama, you're going to stay far away from politics. Now,
so if you hate politics, vote for him.
Yeah, with OM, for the first time, there's an opportunity for normal people to get involved into politics.
Yeah.
And we have. It's so amazing. I remember with the first local elections we did, we had just normal, ordinary moms and dads and business people becoming candidates, which is exactly what it should be. That's what a democracy should be. Ordinary citizens choosing to serve a constituency for a period of time.
Yes, serving, not bossing.
Huh?
So thanks everyone for being in this live stream. Those who have student access respond very well on Twitter, young ones. Yeah, so we have shared a lot on Twitter. I believe a lot of the action has come from Twitter. Yes, I have.
I need to do more Twitter.
Twitter is definitely a very active platform. Definitely.
It is politically, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Anything else you want to say to everyone?
Yeah, well,
besides thank you, obviously.
Thank
it's
you.
Unbelievable.
It's unbelievable. The work that there's a few people that have gone over and above. They've literally dedicated the past few weeks, if not months,
even
to
taken
this.
leave.
Even collected signatures on their holiday or anything like that. People have taken leave from work.
People have gotten signatures through December holidays.
Yeah.
A lot of people forget that. I mean,
it just shows you what a logistical nightmare this imposition is.
Yeah.
It's terrible because we'd be campaigning strategically. We wouldn't just be floundering for signatures. We'd be intentional about our campaigning. This government threat to state security, in my opinion, I believe the government is treasonous. The current National Assembly is treasonous.
I think there's many of the new parties, like I said, they're not small parties, they're new parties, that feel that way. I mean, how would you think that when the system, which we say is corrupt, it's not just corrupt, it's fraudulent. And the Concord has said that how they were elected was illegal and unconstitutional to begin with. So how the entire parliament was elected was illegal and unconstitutional. We should have set up a new system, and then it should have been. That's what should have happened. But what actually happened was a complete subversion of this plan.
Yeah.
It was actually brilliant. And I can tell you, there's not a person in the ANC that has the mental capacity to have come up with such a cunning plan. So just look towards Mr. Biden and his sub-organizations for that assistance.
Destroying democracy everywhere.
Who's on tick, Marlene? TikTok.
TikTok.
Yeah.
We do have a TikTok account. You know about it, Marlene? It does get quite good exposure. Sometimes the video will get over 1,000 views, which I think is okay.
Thanks, Eve, for all your effort. But thanks to you for joining this live stream. Please like it and share it. We have 84 likes now. The more likes we get, the more people will be able to watch this, and we'll probably bring you quite a few updates. I think it's important to get to the crux again. I think we've assumed that people remember what this is about.
I suppose we don't want to bore people with the same story over and over again, but then we forget new people.
New people come in all the
So
time.
I think people are so tired. I can see, because I've been sending an email almost every day, and I can see the email views getting lower and lower because people are so tired of hearing about signatures. But often fighting for freedom is not pleasant. And I think doing it through the electoral process is better than doing it through other means. And
we don't want violence in the country. We want stability in South Africa.
Simply because I have children, I just can't imagine being in a kind of civil war kind of situation where our children
or
are
a war against government.
In danger. Yeah.
When we have a choice now to change things ourselves.
Yeah. So that's why. I mean, we have 4 phases in OM: recruitment, organization, mobilization, and governance. We won't get to the governance point where we change the system without going through the other 3 phases. Signatures is the first true test we've ever had on seeing where we are at with mobilization. Obviously, with more numbers, our organization gets stronger and our mobilization becomes more efficient. But this is a good test. And throughout our striving to become a liberated nation, there's going to be lots of moments where, as an organization, we call upon you to do certain things. And we need everyone's participation, even if it seems to you that your single act might be unnecessary. It's not unnecessary. The power of numbers is so great. So just you sending 1, 2, or 3, or 4, or 5 signatures makes a huge difference, because I'm the one that's receiving signatures from all over the country. I can see the numbers adding up. So your small contribution does make a huge difference.
Yeah, absolutely. If the people on here now just get 10 signatures each, we will definitely make it by Friday. I can tell you, if we can add that in, there's the form that you can download to get 10 signatures. Here is the digital form, which is easy to go and sign. And do share that link with other people so that they can also sign.
And I know for people that are new to politics, it's uncomfortable, unpleasant, but it takes this uncomfortableness and unpleasantness to get the job done. And it goes with our ultimate message that no one's coming to save you. No. You have to do the work yourself.
Absolutely.
And I'm going to be heartbroken, not for myself, but for everyone that put in effort, if we don't make it on Friday, just because of 5 or 50 or 100 signatures.
I've said a lot many times that if the signatures aren't reached, that there's so much more that people can do. And Lauren just feels heartbroken for all the effort that everyone has put in, and how unfair it is.
If
we have to make it.
If the date was just 1 week later,
we
would be having.
But Cyril decided the earliest date possible. We know he did this deliberately. We know it was planned. We know he colluded with the IEC. We know he colluded with the Concord. The Concord literally waited till the Monday to give the ruling, and then the Tuesday, the IEC immediately set out their timetable. It was all coordinated.
And then we had 11 days.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Ben, I hope you're right. With the people putting in the effort now, the people just in this live stream, even if you've already put in effort, do it again. We need to do it now. If we can reach the signatures by Thursday, that'll leave Friday to just settle everything, make sure. We need to be over as well. 13,890, you would want to have a couple of extra, don't you? Now, if it's captured, it's on, right?
Yeah, we have, like I said, I think 12,000 captured and 10,000 and something valid signatures.
Yeah.
So if people put the correct ID number down or were registered to vote, then it would be fine.
Thanks, Ben.
Okay, so someone's asking, hi Chanel, why would ID numbers be necessary? I think it's the IEC's way of verifying who you are.
That you're a voter.
Because if you have voted already, you are on their system and recapturing ID numbers on the system. So they assign that ID number to whichever parties you sign for. It's just easy for the administrative process, but it's also a peek into how easy it is to control people by knowing who they support. It's been a very fascinating process to watch.
But the thing is, you can go and sign for many different parties. I suggest you do that. I think it's a matter of principle that you should support the right of people to support any party, even if you vehemently disagree with them. That is true democracy. And if we understand that, and if you go and read OM's manifesto for 2024, you will understand that OM is not about policy, the things that people differ on. In a direct election system, the candidates can battle it out, and you can vote for someone that represents your values, your beliefs, your faith, your culture, whatever it might be. It's such a much fairer system. And the other thing it does is there's no majority rule anymore at all. This majority rule that if you get 51% of the vote, you tell the other 49% what to do, it falls away. And in the own method, the president isn't just the supreme ruler, because the person that comes second and third actually becomes their counselor. Advisors. So you don't throw the rest of the country to the wolves. They are all represented in government. It's a beautiful system.
I love the system.
Yes, go to the OM website and go and read the manifesto, and you will get behind it. Even the way that we will vote, and obviously these things will be negotiated. The constitution will need some changes to it, but we will get there. Invalid signatures this morning was 1,067.
There was a question. How much money do you still need to contest? Just a few thousand. I can't remember exactly because some Facebook ad money must still come off, but it's around 2,000 or 3,000 that we still need. But to campaign, the first batch of money we need is about 300,000. First batch. And that'll be way more than we had in the local government election. So we can do a lot with 300,000. But yeah. We first have to contest. We first have to get the signatures, pay the fee to know where we stand. I don't want people to give us money for campaigning for 2024 if we're not going to make it.
Listen, I don't understand how that works, because you're going to need money for 2026 in any case.
I know, that's true.
So the money won't be wasted. If you can donate, do, because there's so many things that we need. I mean, to create awareness. The adverts have really worked well, right? On Facebook, and they're cheap. They don't cost a lot of money.
I think it's what's keeping the digital form going.
Yeah.
To be honest.
And while there's many other things that can be done to create awareness.
Yeah.
Ads in newspapers, ads on billboards next to the road. It's endless. So people that can donate monthly should. G-Day.
I love these names.
Gillian,
thanks. Gillian.
Thanks for
Please
that.
go read the whole manifesto.
Lauren's idea.
We've skipped a lot of detail.
They've shared the link for digital signatures. Awesome.
Thank you, Karen.
Thanks so much. So this is literally about giving the option of being on the ballot.
I just love this name.
What?
Oppose paganism, heresy, and debauchery.
St. Louis.
That is very funny.
Is it the same St. Louis that was there before?
I'm sure it is. It had a different
That is beautiful. I've seen so many fascinating names.
I love the word debauchery.
Endless Bliss with Gabriel and Kylie. I like that. How many signatures do you still need? I just signed online. Thanks so much. Get as many people as possible.
Welcome, Reino from Liberty Fighters Network. Thank you so much for doing your bit to promote the signature drive that we've been running.
Yeah, Reino, thanks so much for your help on your platform. Reprieve in the courts, and then of course the appeal courts and the government machinery, and after him, in very much the same way that is happening with these new parties now. So Reino has been through this battle already. And maybe I should interview Reino again so that he can tell you all the things that happen behind the scenes and what's happening with the courts. He will be able to tell you a lot about the Concord, especially. So, Rainer, good to see you on here.
Yeah, so does someone say how many signatures do we still need? Yes, Endless Bliss with Gabriel and Kylie.
How many signatures are we needing
Oh,
now? 3,
I don't know what happened during this recording of this live stream, but last time I checked, it was 3,742. But it will probably, by the end of this evening, it will probably be 3,600.
Yeah, around 3,600 still to go. With Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, 5 o'clock. So 4 working days, basically, and evenings. 4 working days and evenings,
It's
people.
really tight.
Yeah, it's a lot of work still.
Cool. So as 2 people are asking for the signatures of other parties, they were in the previous live stream. This was an unplanned impromptu live stream, so we don't have those links up right now. But just go look at unrepresented parties, find their websites, and I'm sure their things will be on their website or Facebook pages.
I know BOSA needs signatures for the regions. Yeah, a lot for the regions. So I think they have their signatures for national. But you need lots of signatures. How many is it? Like another 45,000 or something. It's ridiculous.
Oh, and if you do provinces, you need 48,000.
48,000. That's rough. So what they've imposed on new parties is just stupendous. Absolutely stupendous.
And that's why it's like personal. We have to get in.
This is personal.
We have to get it done.
But I mean, what you guys have done is just unbelievable. It's incredible. And we've gone through so many emotions. Remember on Friday we thought, if this weekend there isn't a massive effort, we're not gonna make it. And then by the end of the weekend it was just enough to have hope. And then today came. And we're back in it. We're back in it for real.
To win it.
But a lot more still needs to be done. So if we can get this wrapped up by Thursday, people, please, my nerves and my wife. We have kids.
I know. I actually stopped.
That are eating out of delis.
And I said, my children, I love you. I'm sorry I haven't seen you all day. Because I haven't seen them all day. I've just been attached to the computer because I'm getting the stuff, then I'm sending it off. And
then you're doing spot checks as well as we go.
In the evenings, more, not so much in the day. But it's all encompassing. And then I'm busy with the candidates list, which is crazy.
That too. Yeah.
That is such a rush. That is a disaster. Because
many parties aren't ready, eh? Even parties in parliament aren't ready.
I had scheduled February to deal with candidate approval processes. And we didn't touch candidate approval processes because we were so busy with signatures. Now I'm rushing. So we're not prepared for candidates. So it's really an unconventional rush job to get a candidate list. And I'm very sad about that. I would have loved to have given it more effort. But anyway, we got beautiful people and I'm reading their backgrounds and it's awesome to see the different types of backgrounds people have that can contribute to the building of this country. So
unfortunately, I don't have insight in that. All I can tell you is Lauren telling me the wonderful people we have, even freedom fighters, real freedom fighters, not the ones sitting in parliament.
No, I mean like people that people that did things like organized protests that made international media. It's amazing. People that some OMIs have met already. It's so heartwarming to see things that people have done to help this country that just went
Thanks,
unnoticed.
Gillian.
Thank you so much, Gillian. So, Andres, what do you mean what candidate? We're looking for candidates. Andres, I noticed you're not on WhatsApp. So I think you're missing out on a lot. I don't know if you get our emails, but you're missing out on a lot of information.
Lauren's sending out a lot of emails. I get them.
Yeah. So we are looking for candidates. We actually have 22 people that have come forward. Now I need to process all of that, discuss it with some of the NEC members. Because at least half the NEC are candidates too. So I can't discuss it with them. So anyway, it's complex.
I'm not going to comment on that. Anyway, that's outside of my...
Yes, but beautiful people. All I know is that we've got people with their hearts in the right places and also people with relevant working experience. And because of that relevant working experience, I believe they can contribute politically, run meetings, challenge people in committee meetings, all the rest. Looking forward to that. So if you want to be a candidate, you can apply. You
need to be an OM member first.
You have to be an OM member, but You need to be fairly comfortable with public speaking, dealing with lots of different people.
Fairly, I would say.
Yeah.
Very.
Yeah, you have to be very comfortable with public
Especially
speaking.
because I don't think there's going to be a gazillion seats. So you're going to talk.
I know. You know, and I announced a while back that I'm not going to be on the list because I'm thinking of all the Omega and running OM, but at the same time, looking at all of this, I can't imagine not being on the list. So I'm very undecided. I have till Friday to make a decision.
What do you people think? It's going to be a hectic thing for our family.
Very disruptive. So I'm not looking forward to it. But if I have to, I will. And
so, I think you've decided if you have to, you're going to have to go onto the list.
We'll see.
Yeah.
As I said, by Friday, I'll make that decision. I think, and this is something maybe I'll discuss with Omis, I wonder if it'll be easier to campaign and better for Omi in the long run in terms of the amount of votes we get if I do go to Parliament myself.
Absolutely have to be on that list, Marlene says.
Yes. I'll do a poll on OM.
Is it going to be make that much of a difference to people's oomph in actually putting things in?
Do it lead from the center stage, says Manda. I'm afraid that's how most people are going to view it.
You're going to have other people carrying all the other work then.
And you must just wing it with Omega.
Yeah. Housekeeper. I'm fine at housekeeping.
No, you're not. We can no.
I'm just not doing it at the moment.
Don't let me air your dirty laundry, literally and figuratively, online.
I don't do housekeeping.
No. Yes, Marlene, we'll have to take you up on that offer. Most definitely.
It's going to mess up our plans so big time. You know, all the things that we are planning to do.
But anyway, it's for the end goal.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I'll speak to some people in the week. You speak with such confidence that would really put OM on a firm foundation. Yes, that's what I was thinking. Because when I was going through the requirements, I was sending the requirements to the potential candidates, and I was like, sure, it's a lot. Public speaking, being in contact with the constituents, speaking to media, speaking to portfolio committee meetings, speaking to government departments, speaking to
you're the only person that have done this stuff
on a local government level. It's really fun. I love the work of politics. I just always envisioned getting in there when the kids are a bit older. Yeah. But anyway.
In the new system.
And in the new system.
Yeah.
But whatever. We'll see. I'll make the best decision for the country in the end. Because the best decision for the country is still the best decision for my children.
Yeah. Sure.
But first, signatures.
Cessna. A little Cessna plane. You get your pilot's license.
Imagine.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Thanks for being with us. I've shared all the links again. So there's a WhatsApp number. So if you print a form, the PDF form, then you can get more people to sign. Even if it's just your family, if it's your husband or your wife, or if you have older kids, just make that effort. A lot of people just send in 2 or 3 signatures.
It all makes a difference.
Better than one signature.
But at the same time, we're still looking for a couple of people, more than a couple. I was taught at school that a couple means 2. So not a couple, several people to be dedicated to getting a high number, because that helps us guarantee that we will get what we need in the end.
Marlene, back to work. You've kept it for too long.
I need to send you some more, Marlene.
Yes, more signatures to capture. Yeah, it all adds up.
Karen's asking, can you do a very short presentation on just how they are trying to prevent entry into contesting candidate list would help me, who doesn't know all the newer parties, what happened to Michael Tellinger? That's a lot of questions. I did a video this morning briefly explaining, or was it yesterday? The hours have blurred into one. I can't remember.
Michael shared OM's manual. And even we also had Professor Tim Noakes share OM's signature forms. So there's people watching the organic humanity.
Someone else did as well. Someone famous, but I can't remember their name. But someone told me today. All these people that were rather vocal during the pandemic
Mhm.
are also sharing OHM.
That see how people's freedoms have been taken away
Yes.
and how their medical autonomy has been taken away. And OHM will never allow things like that to happen. You know, if you look at the values
Thanks,
and principles of
Marlene.
OHM.
That dude.
Dr. Trosbecker, yeah. So in the end, you will see many people, as I said, the best plan will always win, and you will see many people will have to align with it, and a lot of them will only align with it as things get more difficult in their lives. Then it'll make sense.
I think that's so annoying.
It
Because
is
we could
annoying. It
end
frustrates
a lot
you.
of suffering.
Yeah, and just do it much better. A lot of people will die
do it
because they
because
don't do
it's
what
right,
they
not
need to.
because you're desperate
Yes.
for change. Just
Yeah.
because it's the right thing to do.
Correct.
It's annoying that people aren't on that wavelength.
So, I mean, OHM's biggest thing is self-reliance, being able to look after yourself.
It's independence. Just be an
Yeah.
independent individual, human being, free to express yourself how you want to, and not have government tell you how to live your life, or corporation influence your spending habits.
Yeah,
or
Liz,
whatever.
we are trying. Lauren has control of the platform.
Yeah, Liz. So that OHM System Change 2024 is Move 1 Million. I was allowed to take it over. I haven't taken over all the other countries' ones, but I've gotten the main ones.
The problem is most of those people, especially when Jared wanted to tell people about direct elections and things like that, that's when he realized that you're sitting with a few 100,000 people and most of them are not aligned with what you are trying to do. So they might get excited with an idea of moving a lot of people, but understanding what it means. You know, Jared signed up as an OHM member. He's an official OHM member. Supports OHM and therefore handed that group over. But it doesn't mean the people are aligned. So you need to find the people that are. And many of the people in here came from there, you know, to OHM.
A lot.
Yeah, many people.
A lot of our activists.
Because the direct elections campaign that I started, it comes from OHM. I mean, the direct elections idea comes from Lauren from 2017 when you basically birthed it, as well as the Omega training, the fact that the citizens would need training to function in a proper democracy. All of these things are happening right now. We are actually training people. Omega training has started.
We started. This is like a trial run this year, and next year.
Next year, yeah, a lot of people will be doing the training.
Yeah, it'll be a lot of people.
Yeah, but I'm really glad that so many of you joined us here, and it's exciting times for the country. So it doesn't matter what happens. OHM's plan that you laid out. Remember on the third tour when we went around the country. The plan that you laid out was 2026, 2029, we need to be finished. Everything needs to be done by then to prepare us for what's happening in the rest of the world.
111 likes.
111, that's awesome. Thanks so much. Yeah, please like this so that more people can watch.
And sign. That's all I can say.
Sign. Like the seagulls in what movie is that?
Sign.
It's like mine. Sign. Yeah,
so I got a call from a lady in Gordons Bay today who says, I'm voting OHM. And I was so heartbroken because I knew that if we don't get the signatures, she's not voting OHM. There's so
really
many people.
Sad.
And this is the failure of that stupid electoral act. So many people who would vote OHM, who would go out of their way to go to a voting station and vote OHM. And if you don't get the signatures in time because of the stupid government, now they won't be able to.
You know, some of the parties in the Moonshot Pact got thousands less signatures than OHM in the last local government elections.
So I started communicating with all the unrepresented parties, and tomorrow evening, we're having a meeting.
Lauren has built an army of over 100.
No, it's not an army.
Okay, not an army yet.
There's insubordination already. There's dissent and mutiny already. So now one guy of one party went and created a new group and added everybody except me. But we have an OMI on there keeping an eye out. It's just hilarious because they're all blowing their own trumpets on this group, giving their own speeches on this group, not achieving anything. And it's so frustrating because a very specific personality starts a party. I suppose I'm guilty too in a way. But it's so interesting to watch and listen to. And I understand why the country is in such a disaster because of I suppose I don't want to call
You-
it patriarchy in the sense of the feminism meaning of patriarchy, but it's people that have built followers around them, so they feel like the neck van die Blake. They are the main man. They are like in charge. They are the president of their lives, and they are used to being treated like that. So when a lot of those kinds of personalities come together in a room or in a meeting, it's an absolute disaster. It's very funny. But anyway, I'll let everyone know how the meeting pans out
I
on
think
Tuesday.
I think a lot of people do have a problem with a female leader of a political party, but you have found some other female
There are a
leaders.
few.
Yeah,
Well, actually, I realized not all of them were leaders. They're like deputies or whatever's.
yeah, rule over your own miswork. Exactly.
Something
And
like that.
the thing is, Lauren's not going to be your stereotypical blow your horn kind of person like so many others. I am going to be the next president of South Africa, for instance.
Direct quote. That's hilarious.
And
No.
yeah, I was shocked when I actually saw an article in Daily Maverick where they quote him saying this, and the woman thought he was joking or paralytic or not right. And then she said she realized he's dead serious. But now lately he's saying, no, we can pick another person from outside the pack. And today he was saying, maybe we won't be part of the pact. The pact will carry on. So yeah, it's interesting times. It's shifting, and people, if you can come across a form for the UIM, sign it. I will sign it. It's a matter of principle. Everyone that wants to support Neil de Beer and the UIM should be able to vote for them. It's a matter of principle. That's what a true person that believes in the democratic process.
Sign for everyone.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sign for everyone.
Everyone deserves a chance.
Even if you don't agree with their principles, that is true democracy. Anyone that says there's too many little parties, you do not believe in democracy, and maybe you should not be in a democracy. Scary people.
Maybe we should take their right to vote away and see how they like that.
Yeah, because that's what will end up happening.
Yeah.
But it's
Nuts.
really awesome having you all here. This has been a large group of people. Please keep on liking. Any last words from the founder of OM?
I wish everyone that's been working so hard to get hundreds of signatures, I wish I could give them a holiday in Bali or something. There are people that have gotten 300, 400, 500 signatures per person. It's amazing. It's absolutely phenomenal.
These are human machines.
One single person.
Not fake machines, not
And they're not
androids
like-
or robots.
They are introverts. I can assure you. I know them personally.
The majority of OM members are introverts.
They are introverts.
Actually.
The ones that are getting all these signatures are introverts. What is driving them is determination.
They're
for a free
becoming
country.
true leaders, aren't they?
Yes, they are evolving. They're blossoming and flourishing into our future leaders.
Well, that's the most important thing. An organization should create many leaders, empower people. That's what it's about. You shouldn't have a leader that's this savior figure. I'm going to do this for you. I'm going to do that for you. Run a mile if you hear anything like that. Even if you like what they're saying.
Think about it this way. Think about all the kids who have helicopter parents. Those kids grow up to be useless adults who can't even make an egg or make their bed.
That's what we have right now with our government. How many?
But if you have a parent that gives their kids guidance and freedom, you have very self-regulated, confident beings ready to go out into the world. So I very much see leadership as the same as parenting. It's exactly the same. And we have toxic parenting, toxic helicopter parenting from our governments.
Naidu being here when it all began, absolutely special.
Anton has a question. Are we targeting non-registered voters or inactive voters? No, we are not. We need signatures from registered voters only, and the voters roll is closed, so we can only target really people that can vote.
But maybe he's talking about voting in the elections. Is he talking about voting in the elections?
Are we targeting non-registered voters or either way? We need people that are registered. Otherwise, they can't vote or sign. Do I misunderstand the question?
Inactive voters means people that are registered that aren't voting.
Yes.
That is definitely OM's target.
Inactive voters, correct.
So most of the OM members actually said that it will be their first time ever voting. Because they didn't feel like in the system there was anything they could vote for until OM came along.
And a lot of people that haven't voted since 1994 or whatever.
Yeah. Or
So
even
inactive.
before that.
Inactive, correct.
Yeah, inactive. So has really brought a niche group of people together. Very
Introverts
different.
unite. Kathy says, I'm a huge introvert. My kids and grandkids make me bold to speak to strangers. Definitely. I think
But
for
the-
a lot of us, our children are motivation.
But the people on here love their freedom.
Ah.
When they were told what sloffies to wear, what to put over their faces, etc., people got furious, especially when you're hiking in a nature reserve or walking on the beach with your dog.
Mm.
You know, when that lady in Malkostrand was thrown into the back of a police van for walking a dog because a neighbor saw her walking there and reported it to the police.
Those neighbors are the
Wow.
people that say voting for a new party is a waste of
Yes,
votes.
those are exactly those people.
So it's tattletales.
Yeah.
Ma'am, so-and-so
But
is
the day
here.
the Popo eats a fan and they lose all their freedom, they will join us rapid fire.
I don't know.
Oh, they will. There's a limit, you know, that hasn't been pushed in those people yet. Everyone will reach a limit, especially when they don't have water to drink and food to eat. You know, the people that are prepared, like we've asked people to get your 3 months food and water storage at least, minimum, to begin with. I mean, we're building towards a year now. That's our plan.
We're not even close, okay?
Yeah, but I'm saying that is what
It is our plan.
that is our plan. Just to be self-reliant, not because you think some meteorite is going to hit the earth or anything like that. Being self-reliant, it should be a normal thing.
It's actually the sustainable way to live because we use less fuel to go to the shop. So the UN and stuff should like that we want to do these things.
Yeah. So it's so important, Anton. You touch on a very important thing because in the last national elections, the non-voters won, even although they didn't vote.
did.
And the spoiled ballots are actually people writing other parties in. Like in America, you can write an independent candidate in some of the states, etc. They are spoiling the ballots, and a lot of them are doing it deliberately. Okay, so they are making the effort to go to the polls, and the spoiled ballots would have been one of the biggest parties in the country within the voting system. So the political pundits started thinking there's something wrong here. And there were some polls done, and people
Chris,
do not believe
Did you
in the
see my
political
face
system.
when I read your comments?
What?
That's hilarious. That's why. Is that why you retracted your message? Is my question.
I don't know what he said.
No, you asked if why doesn't someone help in getting signatures? Someone. I'll tell you later.
Okay,
who.
it's fine.
Oh, hardly ever have to go to the shops anymore. Just going to the garden. Such an awesome way of life.
You should go to Kathy, take a tour around Kathy's garden, but the tours will just not stop
No.
because she is really organized.
It's amazing what
Sure.
Kathy has done
Yeah, incredible.
in a suburb, in a city.
I think
you
many
know?
people have gone and visited her garden. But on independent living, we should share that link. My word, hey, the Facebook group that started. Well, Lauren started it some time ago, and it's just
I
kind of got
started
a life
it
of.
before Ohm was registered as a political party.
Okay, so it's got 5,800 people sharing awesome pictures, etc., of what they are doing.
AJ, are you a hoarder?
So independent living, saying goodbye to government and corporate control. You know, and that is how you do it. Independent living, self-reliance.
I don't think he's friendly towards Ohm.
Listen, yeah,
He's not unfriendly,
no, not unfriendly.
but not actively friendly.
He's just, yeah, Lauren just laughs when she hears him speak.
I feel like I'm back in a pub. I can smell the beer. It's hilarious.
Okay, people, it's wonderful that you stayed with us. It's been an hour and 15 minutes, but it was good spending this time with you. I hope you have a good sleep. Any last words for
I just want to
everyone?
go count signatures.
Okay,
again.
people, where are you going to give everyone an update again? on the
Everywhere.
signatures? Everywhere.
Facebook,
So
WhatsApp,
in the
email.
description below this video and in the first comment, we will put all the links again. So if you missed it here, you can go back and you can get it there. Okay. So good night, everyone.
Good night, and please go get signatures.
Yes, more signatures fast by Thursday. Our hearts, please. Let's get this done by Thursday.